Life can be busy and it can be complicated, but people aren't necessarily happier or more fulfilled today more than ever. But it doesn't have to be that way. I truly believe that there are ways that you can dramatically simplify your life. And in the process of doing this, you can become much happier. Simplifying your life is about finding easier ways to do the things that you have to do, but then also freeing up your time and energy for the things that you want to do. I am going to give you 30 ideas for things that you can do to simplify your life. Now, obviously, you don't have to do all of these. I think that these could give you, though, some really good inspiration if you're looking for some simplification at home, in your home life, in your work life, just in your life in general. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to choose to make time for ourselves. So I want you to get up right now and go to your calendar, whether it's a calendar on your fridge, maybe it's a calendar in your computer. We're going to look at that calendar and then we are going to pick one thing in the coming month that we can take off of our plates. Let's cancel it, postpone it, just cross it off, and then let whoever you need to know about it that you've done this. And then you're going to take that time and you're going to decide exactly how you want to spend that time. And then you're going to do it. And I say get in the habit of doing this regularly. I think that we often overcommit ourselves and it's not helping. This next tip I swear by, but we are going to use the night before to set us up for success in the morning. And so what I mean by that, I'll just give you some things that I do. If you've got kids, for example, that means you're going to have their backpacks ready to go with like lunches and snacks, whatever they need in them, and at the front door waiting. Or you're going to have their shoes at the front door. I've even gone so far. Last night, I gave my son a bath and I put him in his school clothes for the next day and I let him sleep in them. It's not like he wears a uniform or anything. It's just like a sweatsuit, but my husband's out of town and it just made getting out the door that much easier. I'll also set my coffee pot so that the coffee is brewing when I wake up. I will lay my clothes out for the day before. You get the idea. Whatever you can do, just take that time the night before because you just will not have the time in the morning. You will be rushed and it will be, just trust me on this one, it will be so much easier to do it the night before. Stop using devices 1 hour before bed. I know it is supremely difficult, but it is wrecking your sleep. Instead, read a book. Do a face mask, take a shower, anything but using your device. Go to bed at the same time every night. This is so important for your sleep. And while we're at it, wake up at the same time every day. This just really keeps your circadian rhythm on track. It's the key to health. It's the key to looking refreshed and feeling refreshed and staying mentally fit. So go to bed at the same time every night and wake up at the same time every morning. This will also help you fall asleep faster. Plan your meals each week if you can. I go so far as to generally eat the same things every week so that I'm not having to constantly be creative. And I cook in batches so that I don't have to cook every night. Usually cook like twice a week and then we'll just eat leftovers throughout the week and we've got a whole bunch of food in the fridge to choose from. The best way to be fit and do your fitness is to incorporate fitness into your lifestyle. There's a variety of ways you can do this. You know, can you walk your kids to school? Can you maybe walk to the grocery store? I bike to work. Try to do the things that you're already doing, but then don't use your car or do them in a different way so that you can get some physical activity squeezed in. Essentially, like, how can you do some exercise without making it feel like exercise? Get fresh air every day. This is also important. Even if you work a lot, you don't have time, just try to set aside 10, 15 minutes and just take a quick little walk outside. Don't watch reels, short videos, short Facebook videos. I used to make YouTube shorts, and if you've noticed, I've kind of stopped doing them. I think that the mindless scrolling is negatively impacting me. I've deleted TikTok from my phone. I do not let my kids do it. One day I noticed my son, and he was just scrolling and watching. No engagement, no excitement, and I just took the phone from him. I took TikTok off my phone. I also think this is a time waster and rarely adds value to your day. Clear the clutter from your mind. Just grab a pen and paper and get it all out from in your head onto a piece of paper. I personally like to make lists, and then I just feel good when I can stop worrying about things and I can see them on a piece of paper rather than having to take up mental space about them. And while you're at it, take that list of things and make it into a list of priorities. If you've got things on there that you need to do, go ahead and prioritize. And you can even prioritize by like things that will make you happy if you do them and things that don't, and declutter your list if you've got things on there that you just don't feel will make you happy. I can't talk about simplifying your life without throwing a few in here about clutter. So let me just give you a couple of things. The first one is food. Make your food less complicated. There are so many interesting recipes out there that require these ingredients that like you may or may not have on hand. I like to make dishes with fewer ingredients because I feel like when I have these staples and I use them, then I know I'm going to use them up. I have less food waste and you're still eating nutritiously. Clothing. Simplify your wardrobe as much as you can, as much as you feel comfortable. Go through, get rid of things that you haven't worn in a couple of years or even a year if you want to go that far. And then stop buying so much clothing. You don't need it. And I also recommend putting a donation box in your closet. And so then when you wear something, you decide you don't want it anymore, you can go ahead and put it right back into that bin rather than putting it back into your closet so that you have to declutter it later. Keep your kitchen counters clear. Get rid of old towels and old blankets, things that have holes, things that are worn. Go through your shoes and get rid of ones that you don't wear. Get rid of shoes that hurt your feet or you don't like, or maybe your kids have outgrown. To simplify for my kids, I actually only let them have 2 pairs of shoes a piece, and I like to keep my shoes simple as well. That way, I don't have an overwhelming amount of choices. The shoes that I have, I know that I wear and I love, and it just keeps it a lot easier. If you can, try to do paid lunches for your kids. This will save you so much time. You don't have to make them lunch every day, and they can get a hot, nutritious meal at school. Create an entryway for coming and going. I will link a card if you're interested in some ways you can do that. But essentially, you want to set your house up for coming into your home and leaving your home. It will make your life so much easier. Do a little housework every day. This is key. This will prevent you from ever having to do like a weekend of cleaning or a whole bunch of cleaning at one time. I see those like all day clean with me videos on YouTube. I cannot. It's too much. And kind of on the same lines to simplify, stop cleaning so much. You do not have to clean things that are not dirty. I see a lot of people thinking that they need to disinfect everything and clean everything. I mean, your house isn't a truck stop. You just like live there. It's really not as dirty as you think. So before you're cleaning things, just say to yourself, like, is this actually dirty? Does it look dirty? Do I need to clean it? Clean as you go. I love this rule. Every time I'm cooking, I will clean up after myself while I'm in the whole process of cooking. I will move things from room to room. I just like to kind of get things as I'm going rather than leave it and then at the end I have to do it all at one time. A next rule for simplifying is to make time for your kids. Just set aside some time every day and ask them what they're doing. My son loves Roblox and he was playing, and I just sat down with him the other day and I was like, tell me about this game. Explain it to me. And he just explained the whole thing for me. He's 7 and he loved it. And it just feels good to like spend some time with them and make some time with them. My husband, he will sit with them and do math homework with them. We'll read to them, whatever it is, just to have some time with them. If you are buying things at the store, do a store pickup. So basically like from places like Target or Walmart, you can do all your shopping online and then have it ready and you can go to the store and pick it up. That will save you lots of time. Oh, and if you're shopping for things at like Home Depot, I mean, that store is like overwhelming to me. I'll walk in, I could spend like 15 minutes searching for something. So I do this for my hardware store. I will go online, I will order paint or some supplies, and then I will just go pick it up. Saves me a ton of time. Set a laundry schedule, figure out what works best for your family, but just designate days for laundry, make it so much simpler. Simplify your finances. I use Mint. You could use a variety of things where you just can see all your finances in one place. This one's not always easy, but downsize if you can. If you're in a position where you're moving and you're deciding on a home, I always am going to recommend downsizing. Use Amazon for hard to find items. So rather than spending your time going to multiple stores and looking around, Amazon, you can often find what you need. You can shop around to make sure it's the best price, but I like doing it for these random, very specific items that I need. We're getting there. Next is to declutter toxic people. Just get them out of your life. Pack as light as possible whenever you're traveling. Less is more. I always find like I'll just bring things just in case, and it just creates a headache for me because then when I get there, I need to unpack it, and then when I get home, I need to put it back. Most of the time I've never used it, so simplify, simplify. Next is to slow down. It's okay to be a little bit bored. It's okay to do things slowly. I have like gone through my whole life rushing through things and doing things quickly. I don't even know why, because I'm not trying to get somewhere. I'm just trying to get things done. I've started slowing down. I'll paint a room and I'll do it slowly. I will just enjoy the mindless, methodical painting or cooking. I will really try to slow down and enjoy the process. So my advice is just slow down. There's no reason to rush. Think very long and very hard before making any purchases. Some people think that more things equals more happiness, and I can tell you it is often the other way around. So rather than bringing more stuff into your home that maybe will make you momentarily happy for that day or that week, don't do it. It will make you miserable in the long run. So think long and hard before any purchases that you make. Okay, guys, as we head into 2024, those are some ideas that I have for how you can simplify your life and make yourself happier. I've done some similar videos. I'm going to link a playlist here if you want to keep it going. Click on it and I will see you over there. Bye-bye.